Hello, hello, it's your friend DoubleByte, and we're back with some Dominions 4. So, my problem with other Dominions 4 videos is doing the video and then the commentary is a bit tedious. And while it's the best option I have until I try the screen downstairs again, what I decided to do is start a new game and just played it for like 2 hours straight. So that's the video I have now. And now I'm going to do commentary over it for 2 hours straight. So the idea behind that is I'll be able to have something where I can focus on, do a full narrative, and get a lot of videos made, rather than awkwardly chunking it up over 4 different nations, which is kind of a terrible idea. And I'll be able to get something solid where I had a solid stream of thought with the gameplay, and I had a solid stream of thought with the commentary. So this is going to be part 1. I don't really know how many parts there's going to be. I guess I'm just going to try to break it up into like a couple turn chunks. I don't want videos to get longer than 20 minutes because then they get draining, aiming for 10 minutes or so. But we'll see how this works. I think this will be a lot better for me recording and just editing wise and stuff. And yeah, so we'll see how this goes. So I decided to do a race or a nation I haven't played before, which is Arcoscephale. Anyway, so Aerosmith is based on like ancient Greece, and they have philosophers, they have sacred Pegasus riders, they have flying dudes, they have infantry, they have chariots, they have engineers, they have healing, they have like lots of magic, they just do everything. So they seemed really cool. I had a couple false starts with them. I tried to do a sacred strategy that didn't really work. I tried to do a sloth strategy because their philosophers research better in Dominions with sloth, but the resource loss was too great. Their main units cost more resources than money, and I just wasn't able to churn them out fast enough. So in this one, I basically have a really shitty god and really good Dominion scales, and it went really well so far, so I'm excited to show you guys this. So let's start off. Let me just make sure I'm recording. I am recording, good. I always get paranoid about that. Okay. So I decided to go with Titan of Heaven, just because he seemed cool. I like the idea of having ZOOS, and I liked a little bit of air, because there's a really good magic item called Owl's Quill that lets you can equip it to a researcher and they research better. So I wanted him to be able to churn out these items like really fast. And yeah, I decided to not put a lot into his magic, not really diversify much. Might regret that later, but so far hasn't been too bad, and just give myself really good scales. I'm positive in everything, and I have turmoil, but I have luck to back that up. So I'll get more events, but hopefully there'll be a lot better events. And having lots of events is fun. ZOOS! I realize that looks like zoos, but no, it's ZOOS. ZOOS, motherfucker. ZOOS. Oh, this game just has so much personality. Like, it has so many units that you'll never use, and it's a very unique animation style, and it reminds me of Dwarf Fortress in that the things that they focused on, they really focused on, and things that they didn't care about, they really didn't care about. It's kind of satisfying. So yeah, this one's also going to be a little faster paced than my other ones, because I know what I want to do, so I'm making my Scout a Prophet so he can sneak around and spam things. Mystic is a great researcher, and the little 2 question mark mean they can have variable magic paths. So they can get fire, they can take astral, they can get water. Myrmidians are my key guys. They're just really strong, but they're expensive resource-wise. And Petlasts are pretty useless, but they have a range attack. They can throw javelins. So they're my fodder for now. And fuck these dudes. I think I recruit some. Yeah, I recruited some because I had the resources, but fuck them. So I'm in a really good position because I'm on the edge, and my right side is pretty well defended, but it's not great as far as resources go off the bat, and the enemy camps nearby are really big. So I'm starting to go construction so I can get those owl quills I mentioned, and just really get my research engine going. I think that's a flaw I do a lot, is underrating magic. I definitely don't do magic great in this game. I don't read my fantasy spells enough and get a sense of what a unit can do, but I'm trying to work on that. It's just a lot to keep in mind. So yeah, one thing to note is when there's neutral enemies in a space, that usually means you can recruit that kind of enemy. So barbarians are really strong, but undisciplined. They have poor morale and you can't really control them. Same thing with the wolf tribe people. Now, ichthyids, whatever they're, lizard fish on the right side, are controllable. They're pretty weak, but they have a net. So their first attack is a net that traps the enemies. And that's really nice as far as putting them in your front lines and having them do an initial assault. So here I'm just trying to buff up my initial army, just because it definitely wasn't sufficient, all things considered. Also, your base champion is really nice. You can have 3 squads and up to 80 people, and it's pretty strong in its own right. That's pretty nice. So those guys have the ability battle formation, or I forget what it's called, battle training, which lets them go in line formation without morale losing. So they're a little less clumped together. That's good for avoiding AoE spells and arrows. So I don't really make great use of that because the unit's not very good, but it's kind of a cool thing to know. I could probably use it more often. It's only a -1 to morale, so if they already have plus on morale and their base morale is decent, maybe I should try doing that more often, but meh. I think I go for, let's see, I go for those guys first. Even with the nets, they're pretty weak. So I think I'm gonna add the first video there. We've seen setup and my kind of basic go, and I want to keep these videos nice and short and sweet. I don't want them, this game can drag a lot. I don't want them to get overwhelming. So I'm going to end this video here, and I'm just going to keep on recording. So until next time, DoubleByte out.